Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington football team.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Washington football team. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Tampa. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. One of the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, here's Portis. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw again. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On play action, they'll throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4.
They'll look to throw.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Five yards remain on second down.
He'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Washington.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
The Washington offense set to take over.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Running right, Portis. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run the quick dive with Allstott.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
Second and 5. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They hand it off to Portis. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. A run with Portis. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, Betts, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And Washington has taken the lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
4 yards remain for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now a give, right side. Betts. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Second and 15.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
With an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 13 yards out.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Another carry here for the fullback Allstott.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. touchdown. Here's Bryant now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. On first down, Betts. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Betts. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a give right side. Betts. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. Complete. Smith has it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now back to throw.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down now, Betts. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now a carry for Portis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll drop to throw.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Here's Portis. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw here, hauled in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook.
but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They set up the screen to Portis. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run it here with Portis. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Back to throw here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
picked off at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Portis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college.
and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run. It's Williams. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 7. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll set up a throw. Going for it all. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand it off to Portis, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Traffic, and that's complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? A run with Portis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. 55 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton.
And he's going to be taken down here. That's short of a first down as he gets about 10.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.